struggled with confidence all my life, but I've never had a healthy relationship with food and training ever. I used to hide in the cardio area and do cardio while lift classes were on in the next room because I was scared to go in there and do it wrong. So I would just do cardio and then eat nothing and then try to lose weight that way. And obviously that doesn't work and you're like starving all the time. Sometimes I'd go home and have like a mouthful of dinner and like it's never been good.
Yeah.
And like my confidence is like, yeah, it unfortunately is in all aspects of my life, my work, just everything, the way I think about myself, the way I think about others. It's all confidence based. So I think I'm a very different version of myself now because I finally have the this is life changing for me. So the fact that I'm able to do this, it's like, wow,
it means you're unstoppable no matter what you want to do.
You know the drama is never ending. Don't let it get the best of you. And all the fake friends just keep pretending. That's how the little things get huge. Paralyzing every pore. Oh, you feel it taking over you. To the center of your core. The lies are getting overused. When you are under the weather, getting caught in the storm. Do you remember? I told you if we dance in the blizzard, we are not getting cold. So keep on dancing, baby. Baby.
Breakfast is always the same. It's apple and pear crumble. Like it's got a little bit of oats in it, but like not. I think I've got like half a cup in like the 6 serves it makes, so like not a lot. With protein powder, I heat that up and put protein powder with it afterwards. And then, well, we call them all meals, don't we? We don't call them snacks. Meal 2. Meal 2 is chia pudding. So I have that when I'm at work, like pre-lunch when I'm starving and don't want to kill everyone. So that's, I feel like I'm about to kill everyone, but then I eat again and then I don't kill everyone until lunchtime. Then lunch is like a salad. I just scoffed it before we started talking. Like a salad with chicken, which has been quite nice.
Yum.
And then snack after, depending on what I'm doing, it'll either be another chia pudding in the afternoon after work, or I'll have a half scoop of protein shake with half a banana before I train, because I'll come here straight from work. And then train and then have oats afterwards. So anything that to do with like ice or fire, I'll have oats afterwards. And then dinner is that mix with beef mince.
There's broccoli, cauliflower, and carrot rice is amazing.
Which I used to think was really boring, but it's actually quite nice.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Have you found that your taste buds have changed?
The only time I crave sugary things is if I haven't had enough sleep, which has always been for me, I think.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. The only time I crave anything sweet means I need sleep. Or
What's a decent amount of sleep for you? So how much is enough?
I love 8, but I'm usually getting about 7. Yeah. 7 is okay. Anything less than that, I struggle. 8 is like a weekend day if I've got the time. But 7, I'm good. I feel refreshed at 7. Anything less than that, I'm not good. I feel like fitness is a part of my world now. Like I feel like it's part of me. And that's what I wanted out of this. I wanted it. Like I always had it in my life, but I didn't. Like it wasn't.
Did you feel like you were a visitor in the world before, and now you live in it?
Like it really helped working in a place like this.
Working in a gym.
Yeah, because I can walk through a gym. I used to. Okay, at the start of this 12 months, I couldn't look at myself in a mirror.
Yeah.
Ever, like at all. Like photos, no. Video, no. Like anything to do with reflecting of myself, not a thing. But so walking through the gym was quite hard. Because
you were self-conscious of how you look? Or you just didn't feel like you belonged there?
Self-conscious of how I look. I didn't feel like I really belonged there. But I feel like I've been in the gym training for a while, but I just never felt comfortable doing it. Like I always just felt a bit self-conscious, I suppose. But that's really changed now. Now I just go and don't bat an eyelid and get stuff done and clang stuff around and don't really care. So it's come a long way, really.
So what is it about this year, apart from the fact that you did a challenge, right? because lots of people do challenges and then just don't have it in their head to commit like you did. So what was it about, especially this last 3 months? Because I remember talking to you one day and you were like, I am determined to do this. Like you had it in your head and I could see it in your face that you were determined. Because this is what's so interesting, right? Is you had in your head, you had a plan. So you're going to do 12 weeks, like 100%. And that was your goal, right?
Yes.
It wasn't really what the outcome was. It was, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z for 12 weeks.
I'd never done
Straight.
it before. Yeah, I'd never done it before, and I do very well with. I'm a bit of a neat freak, clean freak, and I also do very well with being organised.
So that's what it was. So in your head, it was a block.
Yes.
That started here and finished here.
Yeah. And it was, we're going to start here, we're going to finish here. A few things will change in here, but like all the food was the same. Just train like you normally do. I think you changed a little bit up with my training through that, but other than that, everything was the same, and it was just like, just stick to it. And I just was determined because I'd never done it before. I can be quite stubborn sometimes. Like, it's not stubborn in a good way, I suppose. Like, stubborn to finish what I started.
Right.
Yeah. Like, I can't leave something unfinished. Like, once I've started it, it's going to finish.
So the end date in your head was on this weekend, right?
Yes.
So 12 weeks ago, you're like, right, I'm going to start this project on this date and I'm going to finish it on this date.
Yeah.
So my question is, because people will look at your before and afters and how much weight you've lost, and this is the part that's hard to comprehend. So you ate the food, you did the training, but lots of people eat the food and do the training and don't lose 22 kilos. So what did you do differently specifically? To what you did the year before? Because you've trained consistently for like 3 years,
But
right?
I haven't really done the food though, not properly.
What does that mean?
Well, okay, me and the lady that I train with, we both did a 12-week challenge with you. I can't even remember how long it was. 2 years ago.
About 3 years.
Yeah.
3 years ago.
So we trained the same, both of us together. We both decided that, we like lifting weights. We may as well just do it together. And that's how we started training with each other, was after that. Because she enjoyed it. And she's like, we both finish similar times at work. We can come after work. It just worked for us. So we were like, ooh. And we're similar in, she's a lot taller than me, but we're similar in like weight range in terms of like what we're lifting and doing and stuff. So when we're in classes, we're always partnered together. So we're like, screw it, let's just do it ourselves. So we did it together from day dot after that. And Penny actually listened to the 12-week challenge. I listened to it. I was like, I shouldn't be eating so many avocados. Probably a bad idea.
That was a revelation.
Don't heat up your protein and don't eat too many avocados. But she actually listened to it and actually, did her, actually listened to what you were talking about, eating within the window, eating outside the window, and what that looked like. And she actually did that afterwards and was the strongest she's ever been, and was eating heaps of food and losing weight slowly, and was the strongest she's ever been. And she's like, wow, what she's saying works. So I just kept training. I always got to a point, and I think in this program, this is where I've mostly progressed. Like, I haven't smashed a program in terms of finishing weights as much as I have in these last 12 weeks, which is insane because I've been eating real boring, real strict for 12 weeks, and I've also pushed the most weight in the gym than I ever have.
So you've not lost any strength?
No.
While you've been in a
I was
calorie
actually
deficit.
a bit worried about that. So, but we've got 3 weeks to go in this last program that we're following right now, so we're in the heaviest end of it.
Yep.
And I am, in this program, I've made the most progression. God knows how. Because I was like, I'm not going to have enough energy for this. I'm off creatine at the moment. I was taking creatine, cycling it throughout this until I finished that a few months ago now. I think it was to get it out of my system for this end bit.
Yep.
So I'm not even taking creatine or anything. I'm just.
And your strength still went up.
Yeah, which is insane to me. So, but Penny actually listened to the 12 weeks.
Thanks, Penny.
Implemented the food, and I just kept training, and I always would end at the same point. On a bench press, I'd end at the same weight that I finished with last time. I'd make my same way there, maybe go up by half a kilo. It wouldn't be a lot. It would be roughly, okay, I ended here the last program, I'm ending here again within a kilo maybe. But this time I'm way beyond that. So
you felt like you hit a plateau in your strength before, or your progress was
My
really
progress was
small.
the same. Like, it was just the same. Like, we'd start a little
okay.
bit heavier at the start of a new program if we're repeating it. But my progress was very small or not at all, really. Like, I was just in the same ballpark for everything. It wasn't crazy. But I think this time round, I've actually listened to the whole, like, you know, I've been keeping a food diary and you've been like, okay, like, this is what you should be eating here and try to stick to this here, move this around here. And I think that's made the difference. It's the food, really, for me. The training was like, I wasn't stressed about that at all.
Yeah.
The only thing I was worried about coming into this last 12 weeks was, am I going to have the energy to do it? The rest of it, I was like, oh, I know how to do this. Like, just continue as per normal. It was like the food stuff that I was like, oh, I don't know.
So the food has fueled the training.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've noticed like the most difference from that, I reckon. But yeah, the weird thing about it is I've been in a deficit for 12 weeks and I've been the strongest I've ever been, which is insane. Like, how does that work?
That's how you do it properly. That's how you do it properly.
Yeah,
But it's a common
wild.
assumption that for you to be in a calorie deficit, you have to lose strength.
Well, I was just thinking I've got to lose a bit of muscle here because I'm not pumping the calories in. Well, not that I was before, but I'm not eating as many calories to build the muscle in the first place. So I'm like, how can I get stronger? If anything, I'm just going to maybe end up where I was or just be a little bit lighter. Like, I was just thinking my progression might not be the same in this, but it's actually way better.
But you were clearly recovering, right? So in order to get stronger, your body has to recover from what it did last time.
Yeah, true.
So the calories play a role in it, but like you said, sleep,
Yeah.
water,
Yeah.
keep your stress levels
Oh
down.
man, I've been drinking a lot of water. That's been, the biggest change. When I was taking creatine, if I didn't have enough water, I'd get really bad headaches. So I just had to drink probably a litre or two more than what I was. Like, it had to be a lot if I didn't want headaches. So I was drinking so much water. I still do, but not to that extent. I don't think.
You wouldn't need as much as you needed before.
No. So but yeah, that's probably the wildest part out of all of this. I'm like, wow, I've actually increased strength in a deficit, which I was just like, nah, like I wasn't expecting that. But yeah, the food, I think, now that I'm actually, it's not hard, it's just that I didn't know how to do it properly. And I think you piping in there every now and again and being like, okay, this looks good, change this little bit here. Like, I don't really know how
don't change anything else.
I don't really know how to do that myself. Yeah. And
Right.
it's overwhelming to think, oh, I'm going to overhaul my diet. But I didn't. When I first started this 12 months ago, I just ate what I ate and we just changed it from there.
I think I told you not to change what you eat.
Yeah.
And just start tracking it first.
Yeah. When we did that for a little while and you said, see that little snack that you're having here? Like, we're going to change that to something more substantial or less processed. I think I was having like dried fruit or something that could have been better. And we changed that completely. And then I was like, ooh, I'm not as hungry between now and lunch. And I was like, oh, this is a good change. Like, I feel good for this. I don't want to kill everyone. And then from then on, I think we just, it was just little things. Yeah.
Yeah. And the first step was, let's get used to having something repetitive. So whatever you were doing before is what you're used to eating. So if you turn everything upside down, it's very hard to stick to, right? Because you've changed everything.
When we sat down to talk about me doing this in the very first place, like we went to a cafe and we were talking about it, I think I'd already decided, like I'd already started getting myself into food prep mode. Like, I wasn't doing it to the full extent that I do now, but I was already starting to think about how I would before I did.
So you were already improving your actions, which means your food was improving naturally anyway.
So when we started keeping the food diary, I think I was already in the headspace that like it needed to change to support whatever I was going to do, whatever that was going to be. Yeah. So I already had it in my head that this is making my life easier. Like, I've been in the past, been in like past jobs where I've been up super duper early, not going to bed early enough. And it's like a cycle of not eating well enough, not sleeping well enough, not having enough energy to train, feeling like crap. And it just goes around in a circle. So I'm like, all right, I need to fix my sleep. I need to fix my food. My training will be better for all of that. And it has been. So, yeah.
So all that happens in the background and then you write down what you ate that day in a food diary, right? So what comes through on the trainer's end is just a list of food, right?
The same list of food.
Yeah, but that's good, right? So if it's the same food every day, that means that person has done something in the background to make sure it's easy for them to do the same thing every day.
Yeah.
And that is, buying more containers, ordering your groceries, having a shopping list, knowing what meals you like, making it all, food prep, dishes, like there's all this stuff that happens in the background, like lots and lots and lots of things. And then at my end, it's literally like copy, paste, copy. And I see the same thing, right? Boring, like you were saying. I don't want to show people my food because it's boring.
Oh, well, this last week, actually, one of the last days of this week in my food diary, I've taken pictures of everything for that one day because it's always basically the same.
Yeah, good.
You know what a protein shake looks like. You know
That's
what
it.
oats with protein powder looks like. The rest of it I took photos of and it looks like that.
Yeah. Boring. Boring. So boring. But good boring,
Yeah,
right?
I
But that's
actually-
the key.
yeah.
And so it's so interesting because when a person is ready to like commit, this is why if I just nitpick at the food, we're missing the point. Because everything else that you just did is what needs to be done,
Yeah.
right? And everything else you did leads you to do this. So from a coach's point of view, if I look at this meal that you've just eaten and I go, right, that should be 120 grams of chicken rather than 110, then I'm disregarding the fact.
Everything else. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you don't have all that other stuff in place, then I can't nitpick what's here
Yeah.
because I know you're not going to keep doing it.
Because there's so much else at play.
Yeah.
Apart from your 110
So this
to 120 grams.
this is the result, not the plan. So it's little things like, yeah, you have your favourites. So next time you order your groceries, you don't have to think about what to get.
It's always like I've got my list because I'm a list person, but
Yeah.
it's always the same. It's just as a reminder to me to make sure that I've bought everything, to be honest, but the list is always the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's one less decision you have to make now. So as long as you get everything on that list, you'll be able to make everything. You don't even have to think. There's this much of the da-da-da-da. So it's like it turns into a conveyor belt.
I think
Right.
the best part of all of this and the thing that I was most excited entering into these 12 weeks, the last 12 weeks, was, my prep time is cut in half. Like, it really was.
Yes.
Like, I don't mind, I love cooking, so, like, that's not a problem for me. But I have tried a few ways of doing it. I've tried to do a big cook up on the weekend. Like, I was living at home at the start of all of this, so I would have to kick Dad out of the kitchen on a Sunday and say, I need a few hours on Sunday to do my food prep for the week, and that's how I would do it. And then I'd do a top up in the middle of the week because he wouldn't be home until later, and that would be my two big cook ups. And then I moved out and I live by myself now, so I can do whatever the hell I want, which is fantastic.
I don't have to kick anyone out.
But then I was doing I found it more achievable to cook a whole heap of veggies one night and then cook my meat the other night and then do my breakfast prep the other night. And I do my chia puddings in little twos, in 2 portions, so I'll do them every second day or whatever. But I found the little bits easier, but with my breakfast at the moment, I get one big tray is 1 week. So I'm like, oh, cool, that's 1 week.
Save
And
the
then,
time.
Beef mince is the same. If I cook all of that up, that's generally a week. So that's cut in half. I think that was the most exciting part of it. What I was most excited about. I'm like, what is exciting about eating boring food for 12 weeks? I'm like, it's going to take less time to cook it. That's great.
Totally. Yeah.
But, this, I think, for me, it's been a bit of a confidence journey. That's been in parts of all of this that I've struggled with the most is the confidence.
Tell me about that.